time for Pranayama Meditation. I'm just going to get some things set up in the comments. And if you are tuning in already and you have some request on the type of breathing techniques you want to do today, or a state of energy or sensation or physiological effect that you would like to explore today, now is the time to pop them in the comments. So hopefully I can see them before we start, because once we start, I will not be looking at the screen. Let's see, also, if you're here, can you just let me know that you hear me? Because I would really like to know that I'm not talking to myself. Let's see. So for those of you who are here, this class is an hour long. We're going to be breathing from 4 o'clock Eastern time to 5 o'clock. So it's important that right now I would start to get really cozy. You can be seated, you can be laying down. Yay, thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate knowing that I'm not just mumbling here to myself. And if you have any, yay, thanks, Lindsay. If you have any requests, now's the time. You've got about another minute to let me know. Uh-oh. Aubrey says barely. Hopefully my microphone's like back that way, so hopefully when I sit up, I will be talking into it so you can hear me better. Awesome. Okay, cool. Hopefully this is better, that you can hear me. Welcome to Pranayama Meditation. I'm Dani Mae, if we have not met or have not taken classes together before. And if you have never been to the Body Electric Yoga Company, I hope that one of these days, when we open the doors and we are able to share closer than 6 feet together, that you guys will come. It's in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a beautiful studio. We have an amazing community, and it's really neat that we get to explore this type of practice together through a virtual community and stretch our, our communities a little bigger through the interwebs. So thank you for being here. For those of you who have never taken this type of practice before, it is an active meditation. So what that means is that we're going to be concentrating on the breath the entire time. And you might notice that by sitting down the entire time, you might get distracted from signals of the body. For most people, it's like their sit bones start to ache, a foot might go numb, the low back might get cranky. So if you can set yourself up against a wall and lean back into something, get cushions underneath of you, lift your hips a little higher than your knees, get yourself on a downward slope, that will allow you to hopefully have a more comfortable and sustainable seat. If you find that you just cannot sit up during this practice or for the duration of the practice, you're more than welcome to lay down. It's probably nice to stick something underneath of your knees, like a blanket or a pillow or a bolster. But try to allow your neck and your head to be in a neutral curve. So instead of bringing a lot of stuff underneath of your neck, just try to either be seated, or if you're laying down, keep that natural curve into your neck. Okay, so today we are going to start with some sincerely calming, cooling, and soothing breaths. And it's important that as you do this, you try to stay with the consistency of the breath. These first few techniques that we're going to do today might make you sleepy. They might make you kind of like, where you trickle away into the effervescence of your mind or your energy. And I'm going to ask that you really try to stay with the breath, and then you'll have kind of moments in between the techniques to enjoy that more meditative pause or, a little bit of floating feeling. So we're going to start today with what's known as a ventilation breath, and we're going to do this at 50% of vital lung capacity. What that means is instead of taking a full breath in, you're only going to be breathing about half of your available space that you can fit into your lungs. And we're trying to breathe just into the belly. Now, the air isn't coming into your belly, but the idea is that you're activating your main thoracic diaphragm, your main muscle of breathing, and just allowing your organs to push forward because it pushes them down, rather than breathing up into the chest or up into the shoulders or in the heart or in the back, where many of us can, what we call a stress breath. We can breathe up here. So just try to breathe down here. If you're comfortable with it, you can interlace your fingers, bring them over your tummy. The thumbs can come to touch. The pinkies can also come to touch, so it kind of makes a nice little diamond shape. And then from there, just start to settle in. If it's comfortable, allow the eyes to close. If it's not comfortable, close your eyes. You can always find a really soft and gentle gaze. And just start to connect with a few breaths without thinking too much about manipulating them, just breathing in. And just breathing out. Just breathing in. Just breathing out. Take a few more breaths like this, simply inhaling and exhaling. And as you continue to take a few more breaths, soften through your jaw. If your teeth are clenching, if the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, see if you can create some space. If you're holding any tension in your eyebrows, in your forehead, in between the eyes, and the eyelids, and the ears, try to soften and relax all of those areas. Last but not least, if you have any tension in the neck, in the shoulders, think of really softening, settling. And then wherever you are in your breathing pattern, just top the air off, really breathe in. And then purse the lips, blow it all out. Using your nose, breathe into the belly, just about halfway full. Pause the breath as you slide the tongue towards the front top two teeth. Separate the lips a little bit and start to make a This is known as a ventilation. Keep going, breathing in halfway into belly. Pausing the breath for a moment. Finding your ventilation, tongue towards the top two front teeth. Keep going at your pace, breathing halfway into belly. Pausing the breath in and even try to soften your ventilation rather than having a lot of pressure, a lot of air coming out. See if you can soften the pressure, slow down the rate, and really smooth out the breath. Keep going. wherever you are in your breathing pattern, purse the lips, blow the rest of the air out. Take a big deep breath in. Get an extra sip. Get an extra sniff. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Purse the lips, blow the rest of it out. Relax the breath. Relax the hands. Take a few moments just to breathe naturally. Allow the body to breathe for you. Simply notice any effects. Take a deeper breath in. Release a heavy sigh. We're going to go right into a Vishama vritti. This is an unequal ratio breath. So wherever you are in your breathing pattern, see if you can stay with me in my count. Start to purse your lips, empty the rest of the breath out of your lungs. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Take one more deep breath in. Purse the lips, blow it out. Using your nose, breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 2, 1. Out from nose. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. 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 Wherever you are, take a big deep breath in. Get an extra sniff. Get an extra sip. Hold it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Purse the lips, blow the lungs empty. Breathe in just about halfway. Hold the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Empty the rest of the breath out. Hold the breath. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. Take a few moments just to breathe naturally. Allow the body to breathe for you. Notice any effects. Wherever you are, empty the body of breath, blow it out. Take a really big deep breath in. Open the mouth, release a gentle sigh. The next breathing technique we're going to go into is a variation of Sheetali. Sheetali is a cooling breath, and this is where we are going to be breathing through the tongue. Now, some of you won't be able to get this, but if you can, try, and if you can't, you'll have a variation. Sheetali is where we're going to take the tongue, we're going to curl it like it is a little bit of a straw, stick it out, and breathe through it. So it looks like this. We do this to filter the breath through the tongue versus the nose, but primarily we do it to cool down the tongue in the air. And then what we're doing is once we get that full breath in through a curled tongue, you're going to take the tongue, you're going to put it into what's known as Talu chakra, and you're going to take it and you're going to slide it upside down. So like upside down and then towards your soft palate. So the roof of the mouth where you start to feel the hard part and the soft part meet. You'll hold it there, and we're holding our breath as we do that, and it kind of feels like you're sucking on an ice cube, but you're trying to allow the jaw, the tongue, everything to be relaxed as you're in what's known as kumbhaka, and that is a variation of a breath hold. So we'll be doing a antar kumbhaka once we're full. Then when we breathe it out, you're just going to soften the tongue away from talu. You're going to just breathe out from the nose, do it very slow. We won't be doing any baya kumbhak, which means you won't be holding your breath with empty lungs. You'll just immediately go right back into your Sheetali, which is where you'll extend the tongue, curl it, breathe in through it. Now, if you cannot curl your tongue, you're going to take a variation of Siddhikari. There's two different variations we usually do. One is through the teeth, but for this one, we're just going to be sticking out the tongue. So if you are unable to curl your tongue, you're going to think of kind of sticking the tongue out like you were making it into the shape of a cup. There. You're then breathing in like that. And you're trying to like soften your mouth so you're not having a wide open mouth. And breathing the air as much as you can control it on the top of the tongue. So wherever you are, try to get a little bit more comfortable. And as you start to allow the body to become a little bit more comfortable, see if you can soften more through your face, close the eyes, and then just start to empty the body of breath, blow the rest of the air out. Stick the tongue out and breathe in through it. Once your lungs are full, take the tongue, slide it upside down, touch the roof of the mouth, and hold the breath in. Relax the tongue away from the mouth or from the roof of the mouth. Soften the face. Exhale from nose. Once your body is empty of breath, extend the tongue, make it into a curl. Breathe in through it. Once the lungs are full, hold the breath in as you slide your tongue towards the roof of the mouth, upside down. Hold the breath in. Relax the tongue. Exhale from nose. Extend the tongue. Inhale through it. Baya, Talu, hold. Soften the tongue, exhale from nose. Keep going at your pace. The next time you start to hold the breath in, see if you can continue to hold the breath for as long as you are comfortable, or until you start to feel the coolness of the tongue warm, as if an ice cube has finally melted in the mouth. And either once you start to feel the heat, or you can no longer hold your breath, that is when you will relax the tongue, exhale from the nose, and continue. We're going to do this a little bit longer on our own pace, so keep it going. See if as you extend the tongue for Sheetali and you breathe in through it, if you can breathe a little slower. See if when you hold the tongue in its kumbhak, if you can allow it to be a little longer. And when you exhale, just allow it to come out from the nose a little softer. Keep going. And wherever you are in the breathing pattern, purse the lips, empty the rest of the air out. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, gentle sigh. Pause for a moment, simply notice the effects. Wherever you are, start to take a deeper breath in. Purse the lips, blow it out. So now we're going to do some variations of Viloma breath, and this is where we're going to be breaking up the inhales and breaking up the exhales into many parts. We're going to begin with some quick Vilomas, and then we're going to make them really extended. Basically what this means is that we're going to be trying to speed up the breath and the heart rate, and then we're going to drastically slow down the breath and the heart rate. This will be something that as we progress, you will probably start to continue it on your own because we all have different lung capacities and different CO2 tolerances. So when you are holding or pausing the breath, when you're not breathing, you are trying to be as relaxed as you possibly can. And the moment you start to feel like your willpower is really becoming part of the equation versus your ability to relax and soften into that state of holding the breath, that's when you'll continue the breathing pattern. So we're not trying to force the breath to be held. We're really trying to extend our ability to be comfortable in our breath holds. So if you start to feel very uncomfortable, and I have not given you the cue to breathe yet, just allow yourself to continue to breathe. What you're going to be doing is using the nose to start, and this is going to be like you're flaring your nostrils and opening the breath, and then when you breathe out, you're going to be using the mouth. So it'll look a little something like this. Now, as we do these Vilomas, it's really important that those sniffs in, you're never actually breathing out. You're just in. And those puffs out, you're never breathing back in. It's just out. Out. People, this can be tricky for some people because they like to kind of like in and out. And it's just in, out. And then we'll extend the pauses. Wherever you are, try to relax, soften your face, close your eyes. Take a deeper breath in. Purse the lips, let it go. Using the nose. From the mouth. Slowing down the pattern. Really starting to slow the pattern down. This is where your pace might need to be a little quicker, but rather than breaking the breathing pattern, you can allow it to speed up on the sniffs in and speed up on the puffs out, but try to create as much time, as much space in between each and every sniff in and each and every puff out. Keep it going. Wherever you are, deep breath in, top off the lungs. Purse the lips really slowly, gently, blow it out. Take a few moments, notice the effects. We're going to move into a variation of nostril breath. This is going to be sort of similar to Viloma, but we call it Pratiloma and Analoma. So what you're going to be doing is using your left hand, and as you use your left hand, you're going to take traditional Vishnu mudra. So that's where you're going to allow your peace fingers, your pointer and your middle finger, to come right in between the eyebrows. You're then going to use your ring finger and your thumb to pinch through the nostrils. The pinky can either kind of curl up next to the ring or it can tuck in. So whichever variation of that you want to take, try to get your pointer and your middle finger right in between your eyebrows. your ring finger and your thumb to hover over the nostrils. And then with this little bit of anchoring, you think of kind of pushing the head back. And it's not like a hard push back, but it's enough to where you genuinely feel anchored right at that point in between the eyebrows. And what we're going to be doing is, again, taking a sip of air in, pausing. We're going to switch the nostrils, sip of air in, pausing. Switch the nostrils, sip of air in, pause, switch the nostrils, sip of air in. And the idea, again, is to let this be at your pace and to allow it to be as slow, as comfortable, as steady as possible. So those little sniffs of air in are gentle, are slow. You're going to pinch the nose, hold it closed for as long as you can before you switch the nostril and breathe it back in. And then as soon as you feel like your lungs are full, then you'll just reverse that and it'll be a little puff of air out, pinch the nose, hold it closed, you'll switch, puff of air out, pinch the nose, hold it closed, switch, so on and so forth. And this, instead of starting quick, we are going to start as slow as we can, and then we will eventually speed it up. If your arm gets really tired, you can always take your right hand, take it underneath of the elbow and hold it. You can also take a fist, bring it underneath of the armpit, and that might help. But the idea, again, is to just try to soften as much as you can, relax as much as you can as you're in these little bits of breath holds. So if you're ready, take your peace fingers of your left hand, anchor it in between the eyebrows, allow the ring and the thumb to hover over the nostrils. Keep both nostrils open as you breathe in. Keep both nostrils open as you breathe out. And then close through the right nostril, breathe in through left. Pinch the nose, hold it closed for as long as you can with comfort. When you feel the urge to breathe, you will take a sip in through that right nostril. Pinch the nose, hold it closed for as long as you can. When you eventually feel the urge to breathe, you will breathe in through the left nostril. Pinch the nose, hold it closed as long as you can. And you're going to keep doing this, alternating the nostrils, each sip after holding the breath in for as long as you can, until you're ready to let it go. And when that happens, you will let it out from the right nostril first. Pinch the nose, hold it closed for as long as you can before you switch to letting it out from the left. Pinch the nose, holding it closed as long as you can before you continue to switch. Once the lungs are empty and you can no longer hold, you will take that first breath in through the left side. You're going to keep going at your pace. Wherever you are in your breathing pattern, release the hand. Blow the rest of the breath out from the nose. Big deep breath in through nose. Exhale from nose. Big deep breath in through nose. Hold the breath in. You're going to take the same mudra with the opposite hand. Peace fingers are going to come in between the eyebrows. The ring and the thumb are going to hover. See if you can get an extra sip in with the mouth. Keep holding the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to open the right, left, right, left, right, left, right, in right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Let it out, let it in, let it out, let it in. You're going to keep alternating as quick as you can. The breath stream stays steady. You just keep alternating as quick, as fast as you can. Keep doing this as quick as you can, as fast as you can. Last 2 rounds. Really pay attention to this last round, which nostril is more clogged. Release the hand, take a big deep breath in. Hold that breath in. You're now going to take just your pointer and your thumb. You're going to pinch the nose, hold it closed, take another sip with the mouth. Hold it in. Remember which nostril was more clogged, and that's the nostril you're going to let the breath out of. Keep that nostril open. Breathe back in. 5 more breaths just in and out of your more clogged nostril. Nice and slow, nice and steady. The next time you breathe in through that nostril, hold the breath in, switch the nostril, breathe it out from the opposite. 2 breaths in and out through that side. Stronger breath in through that side. Stronger breath out. Release the hand, take a big nasal breath in. Slow nasal breath out. Take a few moments, just breathe naturally. Notice the effects. Wherever you are, blow the rest of the breath out. Big deep breath in. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. So the next variation of kumbhaks that we're going to go into are longer, more extended breath holds. And this is where we are going to kind of push that ceiling of comfort or extend that circle of comfort a little bigger, a little more. So where we're not trying to create too much tension or too much willpower in the breath holds, we're trying to kind of go just a little bit farther than super comfortable. So not as like much as you can hold the breath for as long as you can hold your breath, but closer to where you're getting a lot more uncomfortable. If you start to feel sensations that are really stressing your system out, or it feels like it's too much, of course, allow yourself to breathe. But this is going to be an interesting way for you, one, to build your CO2 tolerance, but also two, to really find a more deeper introspection into how comfortable you are with discomfort and how well you are able to shift back into like a comfortable state or a maintainable state. So do know that this will probably be the most challenging thing you've done thus far in practice. So wherever you are, get the most comfortable that you've been. So if you can, soften your neck even more, soften your back even more. If you're laying down, stretch out a little more. Maybe you take a moment to roll the wrist or the ankles, or even rock the head a little bit side to side, but kind of loosen up for a moment so that you can become even more still when you do start to settle into it. And then wherever you are, blow the rest of the breath out. Take a really big nostril breath in. Hold that breath in for as long as you can. When you feel like you can no longer hold the breath, you will blow it out very hard. You will breathe it right back in very quick, and then you will again hold it for as long as you can. And we're going to do that 5 times. So allow your breath holds to be as comfortable, as soft, as gentle as you can within the mind, within the body. Remember, when you can no longer hold the breath in, you will blow it out really aggressively. Breathe it in very strong and then hold it again. We're doing 5 rounds of this. Relax. As you are in your breath holds, notice that you're going to feel some pressure, some tension in the chest. Do your best to move that pressure into the belly by relaxing more through your pelvic floor, relaxing more through your stomach, even softening more through your low back. Notice what comes up in the mind, in the body. Try to sit with it. Try to face it. Try to make friends with it. your ability to retain your breath in your body, to enjoy that sense of stillness, or to at least befriend that sense of stillness, will continue to allow you to grow your potential and your sense of awareness and your capacity to allow yourself to face whatever situations you are in, to find those silver linings, the metaphors, the magic, the lessons. Should have about 2 rounds left. If you're still holding your breath, blow it all the way out. Then take a really big, deep breath in. Open the mouth, release a gentle sigh. Take a few moments here to breathe naturally. Allow the body to legitimately breathe for you. And just simply notice the effects after allowing yourself to hold, to pause, your primary sign of life. Take a deep breath in. Purse the lips, blow it out. Last breathing technique we're going to do together is going to be a little bit more energizing and a little bit more clearing. So it's also going to be a little bit more odd and different. But the idea for this is that you are going to allow your vocal vibration and a little bit of touching on the body to release as much tension as you can and to really allow yourself to get whatever emotions and whatever thought patterns kind of moving through the system. Many times we have a tendency to hold on to thoughts and feelings. Like if you are sad, or if you're afraid, or if you're angry, or if you're unsure or uncertain or anxious, all these negative feelings or thought patterns we tend to either kind of push away or, kind of hold on to or, not even look at. But the idea as we are living, breathing human beings is to allow this, what we think of as prana, and different variations of prana to move and to circulate. So just like you want your blood to circulate, your lymphatic system to circulate, your nervous system to move and circulate, you want these thoughts, these feelings to circulate through your body. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be breathing in as big as you can, and we think of this as a 360-degree breath. You're breathing into your belly, into your low back, into your front body, into your side body, into your front body, into your up body, bringing it all the way up. Then what you're going to do is take your hands and you're going to tap, and as you tap, you're going to be making a vocal expression. Now, This is going to be really different. So if there are people around you or home, it'll be fun and interesting. But for instance, if you're angry, it might be a ah that comes out. If you're really happy, you know, it doesn't have to be negative emotions. It could be like really, really excited emotions. It could be that comes out. If you are, you know, just wanting to express a certain sound or a certain vibration, that can come out. But whatever comes out, really allow it to be authentic and allow it to be real, allow it to be weird, allow it to be uncomfortable, and just allow yourself to pat your chest as you do this. So again, maybe it's a scream, maybe it's a laugh, maybe it's a song. So I'm gonna do mine so you don't have to do what I am doing, but just know the idea behind this is circulating your thought patterns, your energetic patterns, your emotional patterns, and anything systematically that is in your brain or your energy or your heart to move through you. All right, whenever you're ready, take a big deep breath in. Go ahead and just purse the lips, really get it out. And then when you're ready, take your big 360-degree breath. Whatever emotion you feel bubble up, let it out from your voice, pat on your chest. Do 4 more of those. It can be the same emotion every time. It can be a different emotion every time. Just allow it to circulate. Don't judge yourself. If somebody is doing this with you, don't judge them. Keep it going. Take a big deep breath in. Strong cleanse, really blow the breath out. We'll close together with Om. Take one more reset breath, bring it in. Let it go. Bring it in for Om. Big breath in. Hold it. Release. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope that you really allowed that last technique of vocal expression to come out, and that anytime you are feeling like something is stuck, or anytime you're feeling something you don't want to feel, I implore you to experiment it with moving through you rather than neglecting it or ignoring it. So if you did do that and you feel like you need to cry or you need to scream or you need to kind of get it more out, maybe you do it a few more times and know that your breath is always here for you. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can pop them in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And yeah, thank you to the Body Electric Yoga Company for allowing us to continue to connect with you as community and to stream these classes. If you are able to, you can donate to The Body Electric Yoga at Venmo. It's in the comments there. You can also support us by sharing this video. If you're a member, keeping your membership current, because you will kind of get all the time back that you're not able to come to the studio. They will be putting that back onto your account. Yeah, and I think that's it. I really appreciate you guys joining for Pranayama Meditation, and I will see you next week. Bye.